All right, some props here. Westgate MLB. Most home runs over under 45.5 by a particular player to lead the league, rather. How about a couple guys that you like or don't like?
Yeah, well, I figured we'll talk about some players and I much prefer these type of props where you can bet over under on individual players than your who's going to hit the most home runs in baseball this year. You know, where they're listing 30 guys or 50 guys and you have to pick the one. This way you can bet on or against anyone. I just picked a couple of guys to talk about. How about Kyle Schwarber? You know, he's got 236 big league at-bats total. He's got 16 home runs in those at-bats. He's listed at 28.5 over-under. A guy who's going to be protected in the lineup but has never done it at the big league level yet. I tend to like to see a guy do it before I bet on him to do it. That's certainly one that's worth talking about. Should we keep going, Paul, or you want to throw him to me? All right, yeah, Nolan Arenado for the Rockies, a guy who at 35.5 home runs is listed as one of the leaders, and a guy who has no name recognition around the country. How do we got? And he's he's hitting in the NL West. He's got to face all the Dodgers aces in San Francisco and San Diego, these pitchers' ballparks. What's he got the last 2 years? 42 and 41 home runs. He's healthy and in his prime. Over under 35.5 wins. Jose Abreu. You know, I mean, his home run numbers have been in decline. He had 36 as a rookie, then 30, then 25. So it's gone down the last 3 years. He's lined over under 26.5 ding-dongs. You know, and along with, when you look at his numbers, Abreu is right there with Joe DiMaggio and Albert Pujols, the only three players in the history of baseball to hit at least 290 with 25 dingers and 100 RBIs in each of their first 3 seasons. This is not a guy I'm looking to sell short.
All right, how about some pitchers? Over-under pitcher wins. Clayton Kershaw, 16.5. 14, 16, 21, 16, 12 last 5 years. Ton of innings on that arm. You wonder if the back's okay and he'll stay healthy and get enough starts to cash that ticket.
Well, that's the whole thing with Kershaw. Again, he's been as good as any pitcher in baseball, obviously, you know, over the last 5 years. And how many times he gone over under 16.5? Once. So, and that's with him mostly being healthy. So when you talk about the wins, I'm much more inclined to get involved with the home runs than I would with the wins. There's a lot of randomness when it comes to wins, but Kershaw, as the single highest lined pitcher, 16.5, man, as good as he's been, he hasn't been getting there.
How about Porcello? Over under 13.5, 9 and 15 in 2015, then 22 and 4 off a career best and career high in everything's, obviously including innings as well. But you know, the Red Sox, he had a great season, but the Red Sox have a good offense too.
Sure, but again, a guy who went 22 and 4 last year, his line is 13.5 over under wins this year, which tells you what the markets are thinking about Porcello right now. And the big issue, we're going to talk about this a lot over the summer on Sportsbet, when it comes to pitchers who were taxed and those innings adding up and adding up. And Porcello had career highs in everything last year, way career highs. That is definitely a concern for his durability entering 2017.
How about King Felix?
You know, Felix is a really interesting story. The guy only had 25 starts last year, still won 11 games. He won 18 and 15 the previous 2 seasons. And the Mariners might be pretty well good. You know, he pitched well in the World Baseball Classic. He threw, 6 innings of one-hit ball in his first start out of the World Baseball Classic and the World Baseball Classic and the Cactus League against the Giants last week. And all the advanced metrics say Hernandez stinks. His velocity's down. The injuries are there. You know, his numbers over the back half of the season last year, way down. 4.4 ERA, 17% strikeout rate. You know, a guy who's the markets hate, and yet all he does is win games. I'm not selling King Felix short, even though the markets and the advanced metric guys are definitely looking to fade him.
That leads us to Money Time, play of the day. We'll have to wait a while on this one, MLB prop. Let's go total no-hitters under 3.5, minus 160. Not going to be many Nolan Riley nights when managers don't want their aces even thinking about the 8th inning very often. Again, there was only one last year with Arrieta. A bit of a surprise. A lot of no-names and below-average pitchers have got this done the last 5-10 years. That ends this year under 3.5. Lay the heavy juice. What do you think?
No argument there, Paulie. That's why we're using it as our play of the day.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.